Hello world, welcome back to The Sheep and the Wolf. As you can probably see, there's a lot going on in this video already and I haven't even started. First of all, my hair is down because I'm getting kind of tired of the hairdos that I usually wear, so I'm experimenting with just wearing my hair naturally like this. Second, I have a cup of tea, which I'm going to have to put down in a minute. Third is this situation here. I don't even know if it's in frame, but if it is, people are probably gonna ask me about it. Don't worry. I'm not ill, I am not doing drugs, I went to the blood bank, I donated blood today. Fourth, there is an owl on my shoulder. So this little fellow was made for me specially by Jana, who won my giveaway, and it's supposed to be the little owl from my introduction. It needs a name, that's why it's in this video, so please leave your suggestions down below. I wish I could give you a better look, but I had to pin it to my shirt, so I can't take it off right now. Today I am bringing you my May wrap-up and June TBR. Now, this is kind of unusual for me because usually I do two separate videos, but I've decided to, from now on, merge them into one so that I have more time in a month to do other videos. Another thing that's different today is that I don't have anything planned. I have no idea what I'm going to say. I usually script my videos, not really, but I have a list of things that I want to say. The only thing is that making the list is probably the thing I hate most about preparing a video. So I figured, why keep putting myself through it when I can also just try and do a spontaneous video. So if I get lost occasionally, just bear with me. So the first book that I read this month is The Unlikely Pilgrimage of Haroldfrey by Rachel Joyce. I bought this book a while ago. It was in my American Book Center haul, but I didn't get around to it any sooner on purpose because I felt like it would be quite similar to The 100-Year-Old Man Who Climbed Out of the Window and Disappeared by Jonas Jonasson, and I didn't want them to get sort of mixed up in my head or have my reading experience of one ruin the other, so I waited. This book is about Haroldfrey, who lives with his wife. They're kind of an elderly couple, and Harold receives a letter from Queenie, someone he used to work with, and the letter says that she is dying. Harold decides to write a letter back, and then when he goes out to post it, he kind of just keeps walking. Eventually his walk turns into sort of a pilgrimage because somewhere in the back of his mind he has this idea that he might be able to save Queenie if he can just walk all the way up to her. And it's really far, it's a really long walk. I quite enjoyed this book. It's a pretty quick read, but sometimes I found that I had to put it away. The mood of this book is kind of up and down, you know, there is a patch in which Harold's doing really well and he's making great progress and people are nice to him, and then there is like a downward spiral where everything seems to be going wrong, and then eventually he climbs out again, and you know, and that's also kind of how I felt reading this book. Sometimes I absolutely loved it. Some bits were really, really great. But then there were also some bits that I kind of just struggled to get through. In the end though, I'm very happy that I read it, and I was actually just in a bookshop on my way back from the blood bank and I saw another book from Rachel Joyce and I'm considering to buy it because I like this one so much. Next I read A Short History of Tractors in Ukrainian by Marina Lewycka. I'm hoping I'm saying that right. I actually looked it up. This is a book about a woman. Her mother has died and her father, who is in his 80s, is now remarrying a woman from the Ukraine. He's actually also from the Ukraine, and but she's like she's just in it to get a permit to stay in the UK. Now this book was a very quick read for me. I read it in Dutch. I don't know, maybe that made a difference, but I don't think so. But I think I finished it in like spread out over 2 days in just maybe 3 or 4 sittings. It's got just over 330 pages, so I think that's it's very doable, it's great. What I really like about this book is the reality of family dynamics. Sometimes they get along really well, sometimes they don't, you know, it's not like, it wasn't black and white, it was very, it was changing, it was nuanced, and I really like that. And then of course there is this whole sort of lingering feeling that even though Valentina, the Ukrainian woman, is not wanted there by anyone, this bond still kind of forms between them because they are stuck together and they are in this situation together. It's kind of like Stockholm Syndrome, but not really. I think it has to do with recognizing that the other person is also a human being and that they also have feelings and emotions and goals and dreams in their life. And even though they might not necessarily be yours, your dreams and goals and wishes you can still, you know, acknowledge them and respect them. The next book I picked up is Beloved by Toni Morrison in this lovely Vintage Classics edition. As you can see from the bookmark, I haven't finished it yet, but I'm pre-filming this video, so I might still finish it before the end of the month. It's going up on Wednesday and it's now Friday. It's Friday today. It is now Friday. So I might still finish it before Wednesday. In my TBR for this month, I said that I also wanted to read this collection of Russian fairy tales, which I've had for a while, over a year, but I've never actually read more than a few pages of it. I didn't get around to it this month, so it's going on my TBR for next month, and hopefully I will get around to it this time, because it's kind of ridiculous that I haven't even really read it, even though I love fairy tales and I've had it for over a year. Also on my TBR for June are these beautiful editions of Animal Farm and 1984 by George Orwell, which I unboxed a few months ago, I think. Anyway, I unboxed them in a video and I haven't read them yet. I mean, I've read the books, but not in these editions that I actually own. And I want to reread them anyway, so I figured might as well. Also on my TBR for June is All I Know Now by Carrie Hope Fletcher, but I don't have the book yet. Like I said in my last video, I went to the bookshop and they didn't have it yet. It was yet to come in. So I'm going back next week and hopefully they'll have it and then I can buy it and then I can read it. So that was my May wrap up and my TBR for June. Depending on how my reading in June goes, I might be adding more to my TBR, but I don't know, we'll see. If you want to comment on anything I said in this video, please feel free to do so below, and don't forget to suggest names for this little cutie. Alright, that's all for today. Thank you for watching and I will see you again next time. Bye!